Hello and welcome to Wednesday's programme.
Your headlines tonight. Crowds gather at Land's End for the solar eclipse, set to be the most dramatic in nearly 3 decades. We'll have this evening's key timings and tell you how to enjoy it safely.
Well, the last one I saw was, what, 27 years ago or something, was it? And with these conditions, it should be ideal.
From the observatory in Sidmouth to Plymouth Hoe and Land's End, our reporters are live at locations across the West Country to bring you the build-up to one of the most spectacular celestial sights.
And memories of 1999, a look back at the last time so much of the sun disappeared behind the moon, and why this evening's spectacle could eclipse it. Good evening. The countdown is on. In under 20 minutes' time, the West Country will witness the start of the most dramatic solar eclipse in almost 30 years. Our region is billed as one of the best places in the UK to witness this rare celestial event, with up to 96% of the sun covered by the moon, also known as a partial solar eclipse. Well, crowds are gathering at locations across the region, and that's where we have our reporters. We'll be at Land's End, the Norman Lockyer Observatory near Sidmouth, at Glastonbury Tor and at Plymouth Hoe, where crowds are also gathering for tonight's fireworks. Well, this evening's partial eclipse begins the moment the edge of the moon touches the edge of the sun. That's called first contact, and I tell you, there'll be several key moments, and Alex has all the timings. Really quite exciting, isn't it?
I'm so excited by this as well. I love that Vix was doing her hair then. It looks great, Vix. Now, these times will vary across the West Country, and they are based on Land's End, billed along with the Scillies as the best place to witness it. So anywhere in the UK. First contact will happen at 1819. So that's in about 16, 17 minutes' time, when the moon first bites the sun. But it's not until 1842 that we should start to feel temperature changes as the amount of solar energy decreases. Then, as the eclipse progresses, the sky will start to become noticeably darker. And at 1910, or 7:10, a reaction of nature is expected as the behaviour of animals and plants starts to be affected by falling levels of light. Then, at Land's End, the maximum eclipse will happen at 1916. It'll be slightly earlier the further east you are. This is the deepest point of the eclipse, with the sun at its most hidden. 6 minutes later, according to the experts, nature will start to return to normal, with animals and plants going back to their usual behaviour. And by 1933 or 7:33, light levels and the temperature will start to return to normal. At 8:10, just under 2 hours, isn't it, since it all began, the partial eclipse will end as the edge of the moon leaves the edge of the sun, and then we can look forward to shooting stars for the rest of the night, as luck would have it.
It's a busy night, isn't it?
It's such a busy night.
Busy night. Right, let's go outside then. Let's take you live to Land's End. And as Alex said, it's believed to be the best place in the country, together with the Isles of Scilly, to watch this solar eclipse. Kathy Wardle is there for us. What a view there, Kathy, and excitement building, I guess.
Absolutely. People are spreading themselves out across the cliffs behind me here at Land's End. A huge amount of anticipation here, because this is the most westerly point in mainland England. And with the sun low in the sky, you need a good clear view out to the west for eclipse watchers. And that's why this is being touted as one of the best places to view the eclipse. It doesn't get much more unobstructed than that, does it? So there's a lot of pressure riding on this. Let's speak now to the manager here at Land's End, Trevor Broom. Trevor, a lot of pressure on this. Do you think you're going to deliver tonight?
I think we can. You can see from the weather already. It's clear, it's beautiful. It's showing Land's End at its most picturesque best. We've got lots of people arriving already. A few minutes away, you can feel the atmosphere building. I think it's going to be a fabulous evening. And you're doing a roaring trade in the Eclipse glasses and keeping people entertained as well. Yeah, both. Yeah, we are sold out of Eclipse glasses, as most places are. We've got entertainment on this evening after the eclipse, really to follow on for the sunset, of which we're famous for. So all been a fantastic commercial evening.
Well, good luck with it. Yes, the countdown is on now, about an hour away from the peak of the eclipse. We'll be keeping the cameras rolling to capture all of the atmosphere and the magic of the event. All there really is to do now is to don these special glasses and watch the spectacle unfold.
Yes.
Perfection.
What a sight it will be as well.
And we will be back with Kathy later in the programme. Well, last time we got this excited about an eclipse was back in 1999. And again, the focus was on the West Country.
Yes, thousands of people descended on Cornwall to try to get the best view. Well, Nick Smith has been looking back through the archives.
It's a cosmic ballet most of us may only get to experience a handful of times in our lifetime. A near full solar eclipse as our moon passes directly in front of the sun for a brief moment, blocking its intense light. It was 1999 when our region last experienced eclipse fever, as Cornwall and parts of Devon were the only places in the UK in the line of totality.
More than 1 million came to the southwest to witness the phenomenon. As the shadow raced across the region, it was certainly an eerie experience.
With huge watch parties taking place in Falmouth, Plymouth and Torbay, as locals were joined by astronomers and seasoned eclipse chasers. But sadly, cloud dampened some of the initial excitement.
I wouldn't have wanted to have been anywhere else. I just wish the weather could have been clear for us.
Fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was just like out of this world.
It's very, very weird, I have to say, and brilliant.
It was absolutely quite something. It was really spooky in one way, but fantastic in another. And to be here with all the crowds was wonderful.
But this time around, we can look forward to mostly clear blue skies as the sun sets for an evening eclipse. Alan Boddington is the owner of the Poltimore Inn and Observatory on Exmoor, a well-known spot for many astronomy fanatics.
How much excitement is there around an eclipse, and especially one which is as rare as this one?
Well, it's immense because it doesn't happen so often. So for anybody that's got an interest in looking at the sun or the sky, you know, at night, it's a one-off event. It's not going to happen again in my lifetime, and maybe not yours. You don't know. The moon is passing in front of the sun. The sunlight will start to gradually reduce. The wildlife will start to think, hang on a minute, it's going into dusk. So there'll be almost an audible change as well, because the wildlife will tend to change as well what they're doing. And that was a big memory from '99. You've got to be looking towards west. You know, there'll be plenty of sun to see if you're up on the moors or you're on top of a hill and not obscured by buildings. You just need as clear a view of the sun as you can get.
After a brief false twilight, the moon will fully pass the face of our sun soon after 8 p.m, and the normal setting below the horizon will once again resume, as this partial eclipse may be the closest we'll get to a total one until the last decade of this century.
And we'll be back with the eclipse in a moment. But quick bit of news. Fire crews are fighting a large wildfire in Cornwall, which has closed Land's End Airport. Crews were called out at around midday today to the St Buryan area, with 4 appliances currently in attendance. The airport says it is closed as a precaution.
And you can find more of the day's news on our website.
You can also find continued coverage of the eclipse this evening.
Now, a solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun, blocking some or all of the sun's light. Now, a total eclipse occurs when the sun's completely covered by the moon. A partial eclipse happens when only part of the sun is covered. That, of course, is what we're seeing tonight. An annular eclipse is when the moon appears slightly smaller than the sun, leaving a ring of fire.
Yes. Well, this evening's partial solar eclipse means the moon will cover around 90 to 96% of the sun, making it look as though a giant bite has been taken out of it. The maximum eclipse will occur shortly after 7 o'clock. You may remember where you were for the last total solar eclipse visible from the UK. That was on the 11th of August, 1999.
Yeah, I do remember that. I'm sure it was a bit cloudy. Well, it's essential that you follow safety advice when attempting to view this evening's spectacle. Never look directly at the sun. Even looking at a partial eclipse without proper eye protection can cause permanent eye damage. Wear certified eclipse glasses. As ordinary sunglasses, they're not safe.
If you are planning on capturing this rare event, then you need special filters on cameras to protect the lens. And please, and I'll say it again, please, wear the correct eye protection.
Yes, I often say, don't be the news. Now, if you haven't got special glasses, there are a couple of other ways to see the eclipse without damaging your eyes. You can create a pinhole projector using paper or card, as you can see from this graphic, and you can view the eclipse like that.
You can also use what's called a colander method. You will, surprise, surprise, need a colander, and you'll need to keep your back to the sunlight and allow the rays to project through the holes onto some paper.
Yeah, I am so looking forward to some of the inventive ways you might come up with to safely watch it. So do let us know.
Yeah. As promised, we've got reporters live across the West Country as people gather to watch tonight's eclipse.
Yeah, we're in Sidmouth, Avebury, Plymouth, Land's End, Bristol and Glastonbury, where we can join Nick Smith. So Nick, oh, it just looks perfect up there. Does it feel good?
Well, of course, Glastonbury Tor is a focal point for Celtic mythology and supposed cosmic energy as well, which is why there are hundreds of people gathered here for what's going to be a once-in-a-generation solar eclipse event. And, of course, this site is pretty popular for stargazers, but it will be gazing at the sun that everyone will be doing in an hour or so time with these protective glasses, of course, and we can expect around 94% totality. Well, I'm going to chat to some Glastonbury locals here who've travelled, up the Tor for this event. So firstly, obviously, younger ones here, you weren't here back in '99. So tell me, what do you think about this eclipse? How excited are you for it?
So excited.
What have you been told what's going to happen?
So like the moon's going to go in front of the sun and it will make like a black hole.
Yeah, it's going to look cool.
Like a circle around the moon, basically, of light.
Do you think you've ever experienced something like this before?
No.
Well, I'm going to chat to someone who actually was here back in 1999. And what was it like back then, sort of nearly 30 years ago when you were here up at this spot?
I was here with my sisters. We were teenagers at the time. The big breakfast was here, I can remember that. I was here with my sisters and my dad, so it's really nice to be back with my sisters, their children, and my dad, whose ashes are actually still on this tour today.
So that's wonderful. It's like he's kind of still here with everyone. And what draws people, I guess, up to this point specifically? Is it kind of the mysticism, the views?
There's just something special about Glastonbury. Like, we love coming to Glastonbury. It's been like a special place for us. I'm sure it's a special place to lots of people.
Well, wonderful. I'm sure you'll all be kind of staring up at the sky. Have you got all your glasses as well? Yeah. I can see those there. Yeah, you're all protected. So, well, it's going to be quite a spectacular occasion here. You can hear the drums behind me. It's going to be quite the atmosphere here at what feels like the seat at the very top of Somerset.
It's perfect. Cosmic, one might say. Thank you very much for that, Nick.
Yeah, let's continue our tour and we can cross live to the Avebury Stone Circle in Wiltshire, where Victoria Davis is standing next to one of them. Victoria, what a place to be for this.
Do you know what? It's absolutely fantastic, and excitement is really starting to build here at Avebury. You can see that people have gathered along the hillside because in the next few moments we will get the first contact, which is of course when the solar eclipse starts. But this is the place that people have always gathered, and to find out why, let's talk to archaeologist Dr. Nick Chasnell. Why is it that people are drawn here?
I think it's been a place of gathering and people coming together for thousands of years. Ever since the first farmers built this place about 5,000 years ago, people have been coming here every year to celebrate at different ceremonies. So it's a natural gathering place. We've got these wonderful stones around us, enormous monument. We've got a whole village in the middle of it.
It is certainly unique, but I guess a lot of people think Stonehenge is the place you want to go to at a time like this. But this is being dubbed as being more magical than Stonehenge.
And I think that's got something to do with the fact that you can get really sort of up close and personal, not just with the stones but with the past. Sometimes you feel that you can almost reach out and touch those people who built this place. And there's always somewhere, because it's so big, that you can just find a little time for quietness and reflection for yourself.
Yeah, you can certainly see people just scattered around the whole site tonight. And this, of course, is somewhere where people would have watched events like this previously.
Yes, they would have watched all sorts of events. So not necessarily just solar events. Of course, people would have seen eclipses here in the past. It's been here for 5,000 years. But they would have come here probably for ceremonies, maybe for weddings, but great feasts we know of in the wider landscape. It's always been a gathering place.
You can tell it certainly is. People really have taken root here to watch the event. Beautiful here in Avebury, and it is perfect weather conditions. I've seen a few colanders scattered around already, people desperate to see that moment when the moon
Oh, Victoria, thank you very much. The magic really got in the way there of the broadcast, didn't it, slightly? What a place that was.
I know. I love that she's seen colanders all over the place. I think there's going to be so many of them going on
colander
auction
method.
sites tomorrow. Now, there is an eclipse watching event at the Norman Lockyer Observatory in Sidmouth that's taking place right now. And that's where I'm happy to say that we can join Jackie Bird. Jackie, how's the atmosphere there? Are they all ready?
Absolutely. Well, it's the hottest ticket in town here. You can't really see behind me, but they're still queuing all the way around the car park to get in here. And that's because this is the perfect place. Not only have they got the telescopes to look at, but they've got also the experts, the people who can explain exactly how important this eclipse is, and most importantly, how to watch it safely. Now, I'm joined by the chairman of the observatory here, David Strange. David, this is a fabulous event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really caught the public's imagination. We've never been so inundated with visitors. So we're just encouraging everybody to look up tonight for the next hour or two and see this wonderful event happening.
Because you meet here every Friday, don't you? This is a bit different from a Friday night meeting, isn't it?
Yes, we open Friday evenings for our members, and we open every fortnight for the general public.
So what will people get to see here tonight? Because I know that everyone who's coming in is getting a safety briefing, aren't they, about these glasses to make sure they watch it safely?
Yeah, our special eclipse glasses. You will see the sun being eclipsed by the moon, and here in East Devon, 94% of it will be covered by the moon, and we'll just see a little upturned crescent in the sky by about 10 minutes past 7.
But you told me it's going to be a little bit like a frown rather than a smile that it was last time.
Yes, 2015 we had a smile in the sky. This time the moon will be at the bottom end of the solar disk, so it'll be a little bit more like a frown.
So why is it so important to have this place here?
Well, this is a very important site because it has great heritage, set up here 1912 by Norman Lockyer, who of course discovered helium. And of course we'll have all the domes open for our visitors tonight and show them the wonders of the sky.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I've heard people behind us here singing happy birthday, so it's not just an eclipse, it's a birthday, it's a special event for everybody. We're all having a wonderful time. Thank you, David.
It is. It is quite the party over there, Jackie. We're sad to be here.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is we get to see it from in here, don't we? So if you are taking any pictures safely tonight, we would really love to see them. The email address is on the screen. Also, it's National Fireworks Championships in Plymouth. So the crowds gathering on the Hoe can see the eclipse, then the fireworks, then the shooting stars later tonight. Marina Jenkins is there for us now. Marina, loads to see tonight. You're in the right place.
Honestly, Alex, the atmosphere down here is electric. Thousands of people have already arrived on the Hoe, of course, to see the eclipse, but also, as you said, the British Firework Championships, which will see 3 teams compete today on the first day to battle it out for the top prize. And now I'm going to speak to the Chadwick family and the Aldale family, who have, some of them have travelled from quite a long way to come here. But first, we're going to chat to daughter Tabitha.
Hi.
You're a student here in Plymouth.
Yes.
and you've seen the fireworks before. What are you looking forward to tonight and with the eclipse?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to having everyone here. Since moving down and seeing them for the first time, we knew that it was something we had to do with everyone, and finally 4 years later we made it happen. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you've managed to get quite a cohort together, and we're now just going to chat to Dad, Richard. Richard, where have you travelled down from?
From Shrewsbury and Telford in Shropshire.
Okay.
Yes, boy!
And you think enjoy yourself, and you think it's worth the drive, you're hoping, I imagine?
Yes, obviously. We come down and visit as often as we can do, but we've never been down to the fireworks, so yeah, it'll be nice.
It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah.
And let's just chat to lovely Sandra here. Tell me, did you enjoy the eclipse in '99?
I did. It was the most weirdest experience ever. It was very, I don't know, I couldn't explain it really, but it was weird, that's all I can say. All the birds just stopped singing, just went on underground, on ground, nesting, dead quiet. Most weird experience ever. It was lovely. So I'm hoping to experience something like that again tonight.
Well, your glasses are ready. My
I've
glasses
got
are ready as
everything
well.
ready, yeah.
Thank you,
Looking
Sandra.
forward.
Thank you to all the family here. I hope you have a wonderful time. So yeah, look, there is a lot of things happening in Plymouth tonight. The fireworks, there's a drone display for the first time, and of course, the eclipse. So an action-packed evening.
I bet you're not going anywhere. Thanks, Marina. Very quickly, we can take a live shot right now. This is from Glastonbury. Our operator, Dave, this is first contact. So there we see, that is the moon taking its first nibble of the sun.
Absolutely amazing. Well, let's head over to Land's End, which is said to be one of the best places to view all of this. Kathy Wardle is there for us. Have you seen anything yet?
Yes, we're just starting to see a little bit of the moon just edging into the sun there here at Land's End. We've got the most perfect view straight out to sea here as the most westerly point of mainland England. So that's why it's proving so popular to view the eclipse from here. Let's speak to some of the eclipse watchers. Hi, guys. Yes, we just started to see some activity, haven't we? What are you making of it?
Yeah, no, excellent. Like you say, you can just start to see the little dent on the side of on the sun there, so the eclipse is just starting to happen. So yeah, looking forward to it. I grew up in Helston, so I saw the total eclipse in '99, and down on holiday with the wife and kids, we thought what better way to come down here, like you say, at Land's End, most westerly point, to take it in again. Yeah.
And how excited are you to see this unfold?
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it's lovely to have the family with me as well. Really, really good. Yep.
Feels quite magical, doesn't it, here?
It does, yes. Yeah, I remember the previous one, and it was really quite eerie, but I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, we haven't heard, a change in the atmosphere yet here, but I'm sure we will do. We're about an hour away from the peak of the eclipse. We'll keep the cameras rolling and watch this unfold.
Oh, there's so much more to come. Kathy, thank you.
Yeah, don't forget, we've got special lenses on those cameras as well. And we've got more cameras out there. We've sent Max Walsh to the Clifton Observatory in Bristol. Max, the eclipse is developing now. So are you feeling it? It's just one gentleman behind you. Any others?
I'm certainly feeling it, Alex. I have my glasses on, my Eclipse glasses on. I can just make out the moon coming over the sun. And this is really a picture-perfect place to watch this eclipse. Blue skies, as we are so far south, they're going to get almost entire eclipse in about an hour's time. And I was speaking to that astronomer earlier, saying we're going to get this almost silvery light just after 7 o'clock. Hundreds of people here coming to make the most of it. Some people with cardboard cutouts with pinholes to try and see this as safely as possible. Lots of other people with recording equipment as well. Excitement is certainly building. And look, if you are watching this in home tonight and you're unsure about whether to step out, bear in mind it's going to be another 6 decades until we get anything quite like this again.
Yeah, you've got such a treat ahead, Max. Enjoy it together with everyone else who's there, and that we hope that you do as well.
6 decades.
I know. I know. And don't forget the meteor showers afterwards as well. We're very excited about that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, that's it from the two of us. I'm back at 10:35.
We'll leave you tonight with views of Glastonbury Tor as that amazing eclipse takes place. Good night.
Today's forecast, blue skies, followed by a spread of hot and cold plates. TUI sponsors ITV West Country weather.
Hello, good evening. Compared to the cloudy skies we had back in 1999, a chance this evening to really savour the partial solar eclipse. Some of the best viewing here in the southwest, and a reminder that peak viewing time for us will be at around 7:16 this evening. Do make the most of it. And those clear skies remain a feature overnight tonight. High pressure very much in charge, so it is a quiet picture. Long clear spells. We could see some mist and fog patches around the Isles of Scilly and for southwestern parts, but we start to draw in some warmer and slightly more humid air, so not as comfortable for sleeping overnight tonight. Some of us actually a tropical night with lows of 20 degrees. Tomorrow morning, a bright, warm start to the day, and it won't be long before we see those temperatures really start to rise once again. An extremely hot day. We could see the hottest temperatures in August since 2003. Temperatures widely into the low 30s. Cooler, thankfully, with a sea breeze, though, for coastal stretches. Friday, still warm and dry. Temperatures continue to fall away over the weekend, but still no sign of any notable rain. Have a lovely evening.
TUI sponsors ITV West Country Weather.